This is the all-new 2025 Mercedes-Benz G580 with EQ technology. It is fully electric. EQ is the name under which Mercedes-Benz sells all their fully electric cars, like the EQS, the EQE, the EQT. All this one is an electric G-Wagon, therefore G580 with EQ technology. The name is actually long, and Mercedes-Benz says you must say it fully like that. So get used to it, because I'm going to hear a lot of G580 with EQ technology in this video. I know what you're thinking, but this looks like the regular G-Wagon. This is not the normal G-Class. No. Today I'm going to show you all the features of the G580 with EQ technology, and also show you the differences between the G580 and the G63 that we all know and love. My name is Frank, and this is 234 Drive. Clearly, one thing Mercedes-Benz has successfully done is they've managed to keep the same exact shape and design of the regular G-Wagon. And that makes sense for them, because a lot of people buy the G-Wagon because of the shape. So they just kept it that same way. There are almost no differences between this EQ G-Class and the regular G-Class. There's some minor differences I'll show you. For instance, you can see the grille. On the G63, for example, the grille is vertical, this one is horizontal. But there are even some other G-Classes like the G550 with horizontal grilles like this. So that is not even a difference. So the first major difference you see will be the wheels. Normally, the first thing that gives off most electric vehicles will be the wheels, because they need to make it aerodynamic. So they cover it fully, like a plate. They cover it fully, so we don't see spokes. It's just flat. The Mercedes-Benz still gave us spoke and covered it halfway, because they need to retain that design. So that's what they've done here. They gave us an aerodynamic wheel, but still looking sporty. The tire size on the G580 with EQ technology are 20 inches. 20 inches tire. On this side molding here, you see blue lines that represent electric vehicle. You know, electric vehicles always have a color they use. Most people use green, but Mercedes-Benz has chosen blue for EQ. On the side here too, you see EQ bold limiting. So let's know that this is an electric vehicle. At the rear fender flare, you have a fender slot that reveals the tire. That's the one thing that's exclusive to the G580 with EQ technology, because the other G-Wagons don't have this fender slot. Lastly, there's a difference that the eye cannot see because it is out of sight. I told you that this is a G580 mirroring fully electric, as you know now, meaning it has battery pack under. So what Mercedes has done is they put a metal protection, underbody protection for this car, because this car is still supposed to go off-roading. And when you go off-roading, sand, rock, stone, anything can affect your battery pack under. So they've protected it with a metal fully under that protects the G580 when you go off-roading. So when you are off-roading, you have nothing to worry about. That's worry about climate, sand, dust. Nothing is going to harm your battery. I think that's very brilliant. As you can see, there's nothing you are going to miss out on if you switch from the regular G-Wagon to the G580 with EQ technology, because this design is still the same. Let me know if you think they look different, because I don't see any difference at all. I don't see any difference. Whenever in the comment section, if they look different, like, is it obvious that, oh, this is not the regular G-Wagon, this one is electric vehicle? Because I don't think so. Now, let us go inside. But before we go inside, this car has a G-Spot. A G-Spot that has been lacking on G-Wagon for years. If it is no feature that has been lacking on every G-Wagon over the years, this is a keyless entry. Now with the key in your pockets, because I have the key somewhere in my pockets here. So this is the key to the G580 with EQ technology. Sorry, I'm saying the G580 with EQ technology a lot, because that's actually the name, so you have to get used to it. Once you are there, I press the G-Spot. The door opens. So you lock it. You have the key. You come to the G. You can see there. It's not me that made it up. This is the G-Spot. You press it. It opens. And you open it. So yeah, let's go inside. The interior is still as sleek. Same quality of material. I mean, Benz cannot reduce their quality, and this is a G-Class. G-Class is always going to be a G-Class. So the quality of the leather still premium. But the stitching, you see blue stitching. Like I said, EQ's color is blue. So blue stitching to show you that this is an electric EV. The cockpit is still the same infotainment screen that takes over 3/4 of the dashboard. So this is the infotainment screen, and here is your gauge cluster. So now let us start it up. And so what Benz has done with the EQ G580 is that when you start it up, you hear a rumbling sound that mimics like an engine. It mimics the sound of an engine. Because I think it is weird if the G-Wagon doesn't have any sound at all. So it's rumbles. You can hear that sound now. But those sounds are fake. They are playing from a speaker. So let me just show you again. It's off. Let me switch off the AC. It's off. Even when you put it off, it still makes that rumble sound. So start it up. Like just a speaker playing the sound. And I think that's calm. That's calm. Once you press this EQ, it takes you into the electric aspect of the infotainment. Once you press this EQ, you are going into the electric aspect, which is charging, range, consumption. You can see your consumption. But once you press this home and you swipe over, you can just control your music, your radio, Apple CarPlay, everything is equipped in the car, like every other thing you know. And this car can do proper off-roading, like I told you before. This G580 still retains the ability to do off-roading. In this car, you can record your off-roading adventures, like with the camera. There's a camera where you can record your off-roading adventure. So once you press this, it records your off-roading adventure for you. This front camera, it records everything for you. And it also shows you what is going on under the car. So compared to the regular G-Wagon, that one has a 360 camera, but this one has a special camera under the car that shows you what is under the body of the car. So if you crawled under the car now, I would see you from this camera. In the G580 with EQ technology, you have 3 locking differentials, meaning you can go off-roading in this car. And this car has the ability to do one thing that the regular G-Wagon cannot do. That is called the G-turn, as you can see in this video. Yes, that was done here. So this car has the ability to spin 360 continuously at one spot. So let's say you're here, there's enough space around you, and you are facing the wrong direction and you want to turn around. The car just starts to spin in one spot. You can make it spin with this button here. You see it here. You can make the car turn with this button. But there are a lot of things you have to do. Like, it's a long step. We're going to do that in another video to show you how it works. And every G580 with EQ technology out now is the edition 1, because this is the first edition. So you can see it boldly written here, the edition 1. So this is the first edition of this car coming out into the market. Based on comfort, very, very comfortable. Seat is very comfortable. This is a G-Wagon. Like, I can feel that uprightness. It's still the regular way. But let's check the back space and see how it holds up. Seats 3 people. Space is a bit tight. This middle is a bit tight. Comfortable. And they also have rear controls for your AC. You have it's a single zone climate control, just one person control. So anything you set here affects 2 people, but the front is dual zone climate control. And you have storage area here. And you have Burmeister speaker all round. Premium. You have a speaker up here. Premium sound in this car. Let's check the trunk space. Yeah. So the trunk space is in 2 parts, and you can make it 1 by just releasing this. So you have enough room, and this is your charging pack. So charge is an electric vehicle, so you plug it from here, just charge from here. So you have 2 types of charging. This is regular charging, this is fast charging. So yeah, so trunk space is enough to carry whatever you need to carry. And this car still has AMG treatment, because on the wheel you see AMG, on this foot mat too there's AMG. Benz and AMG together forever. Because this is an EV, there's recuperation, meaning whenever you're driving, you can convert that kinetic energy you use in movement into electrical energy. So when you're trying to brake, instead of just braking in vain, this car takes that power and converts it into charging for the battery. So in this car, with this paddle shifter, this is not to control your gear, no. This is to control the recuperation. You can choose. So when you put it in drive, you can choose normal recuperation, meaning when you are decelerating, the car is saving power. Or you want strong recuperation, meaning when you are decelerating, saving power very fast, or you don't want any recuperation at all. So you switch it off. There's also maximum, so you can switch it off until no recuperation at all. So yeah, your normal gauge cluster, you can see your steering assist, you can see your lane watch system. So this car is very, very safe, has driver assistance features for you. Now, let's go to the interesting parts. What drives this car, or what powers this car? To show you what powers this car, how this car runs, the range, everything about that EQ, we need to change the settings a little bit. On my right is the G580 with EQ technology, and on my left is the G63 AMG, the regular G-Wagon. I know you cannot really tell the difference. I don't know how to say it because they still look very much alike. But in telling you what powers this car, we need this one so that we can just make that comparisons. So we can see the difference between the regular G-Wagon and the G580 with EQ technology. Mercedes-Benz is here to wow us again, because these two cars produce almost the same. In fact, they produce the same amount of power, just a very tiny difference. So the G580 with EQ technology produces 579 horsepower, while the G63 produces 577 horsepower. But the G63 is faster. Why? Because the G580 is heavier. This car weighs 3,130 kg, while this one weighs 2,650 kg. This is way heavier because of the battery pack. So this car has that battery pack, it has the metal armor under, so this car is very, very heavy. This one goes 0 to 60 in about 3.6 seconds, while this one does the same 0 to 60 in about 4.6 seconds. 1 second difference, 0 to 60, you know that is very huge when you're comparing speed. So this car is slower, this one is faster. The 579 horsepower on the G580 is produced from a quad motor setup, meaning it has 4 independent electric motors mounted on each tire that combine to produce 579 horsepower, and this car drives with a single speed transmission. So this quad setup on each of the 4 tires makes it a 4MATIC, an all-wheel drive car. That is why this car is able to retain its off-roading ability even as an EV, because all 4 wheels are moving at the same time. So aside this one being an EV and this one being a gas-powered vehicle, the only feature that the gas-powered variant of the G-Class lacks is the G-turn that the G580 has. So this one cannot do that turn, but this one can do it well. So this one cannot turn, so that's the only thing I'm missing out. On the full charge, the range of the G580 is about 482 kilometers, and it takes about 30 minutes to charge this car from 0 to 90% using the fast charging. So if you charge it in 30 minutes, you're going to spend maybe about 15,000 naira on petrol. It will take you all the way from Lagos to Togo. Now, if you want to go from Lagos to Togo with this car, with the G63, you're going to spend about 75,000 naira on petrol. So 15,000 naira to go from Lagos to Togo in the G580, 75,000 naira to go from Lagos to Togo in the G63. So that is about 3 times difference based on consumption. So yeah, EVs are actually the way if you are thinking of fuel consumption and you want to retain the body of the G63, G580 is the way to go. Hear that? Hear that? Did you hear that? That's the regular thumping sound on every G-Class over the years that is unique to the G-Wagon. And the G580 with EQ technology still retain this. So Mercedes-Benz have really succeeded in keeping the G580 with EQ technology the same thing with the G-Class we all know. So if you are making a switch from the regular G-Class to the G580 EV, there's nothing you're going to miss. Nothing. Everything still looks the same way, feels the same way, outside, inside, everything is still the same. But let me know in the comment section. Is this a car you want? What do you think about this car? And the price of this car is going for about 660 million naira. 660 million naira. Same price as the regular G-Wagon. They're actually still the same. So yeah, let me know what you think about this car. If you like to have one, if you're going to buy one, if you don't care about EVs, let me also know in the comment section. Is this EV making you change your mind about EVs? Because nobody is going to know they're driving a G-Class with EV. There's no way anybody knows that this is an EV until they come and just notice that there's no sound. That's the only way they are going to know. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section. My name is Crank, and this is 234 Drive. See you next time.